Welcome back to the Beer Sherpa. I am Danimal. This is my animal. This is Finnan. You guys have seen him a couple times before. Today we are drinking something clean and refreshing and a fan favorite here at Square Brewing. If this is your first time stopping by, make sure that you guys like, you subscribe. I'm trying to kick out additional content here and there to see what tickles everyone's fancy. So, like many of us who indulged in beer in our youth, especially when we turned 21, many of us kind of started with the lighter side of beer. Heck, I remember my first actual beer, I think, being a Busch Light. But of course, as time goes on, we kind of, our palates change. And so we begin to learn a little bit more about beer, the brewing process, and we begin to kind of enjoy that knowledge and the nuances of the beers and what goes into them. Today we're going to be talking about 65 South, and we're also going to be talking about our brand new 65 South Shandy. 65 South is a German Pilsner, which, if you guys don't know, German Pilsner style tends to be clean and crisp, refreshing, but with a hop bitterness on the back end of it that is a little bit more pronounced than what some people might think. So in essence, it's clean, it's crisp, and it's got a bit of a bite. So let's grab a glass and let's see what this beer is all about. So let's talk grains. First and foremost, we are only utilizing one particular grain, but it's a lot of this particular grain, and that is going to be the Pilsner malt, which is a two-row barley. This is going to give 65 South a golden color, some cracker profiles. It's going to be balanced, slightly sweet. You might get a small hint of honey, but man, talk about a golden color. That is exactly what you want in a Pilsner. So let's talk hop. In terms of hops, we are utilizing two that are very, very typical within a German Pilsner, and the first one is going to be Tettnang. This is going to be herbal, spicy. You are going to get some floral and citrusy notes. These types of hops are very, very typical in European lagers as well as Pilsners. And we are also going to utilize the Saaz hop. I love a Saaz hop. I love this particular style. It's earthy, it's herbally, you get some spicy aromas to it. But this is generally used as a bittering hop within this particular style of beer. All right, so last but not least, we have the Bayern yeast that is used in our 65 South. This yeast is simply used for, of course, the fermentation process, giving us that glorious alcohol, but it's also used to define that clean and crisp taste that is, pronounced in a German style Pilsner. Finnan is being very antisocial. Apparently he doesn't want to be on the interweb anymore. I'm just kidding. He likes you guys. He's protecting me right now. He keeps eyeing the people inside the restaurant, keeping an eye on them. Guard dog. So of course, when it comes to the appearance of a 65 South, any type of German style Pilsner, it should be that pale golden straw color that we see right here. We should have a dense creamy head. Of course, mine's gone down because I've been sitting outside doing the video. Typically, when this beer clarifies, this is exactly what it should look like. In terms of aromas, you should get some very, very subtle grainy maltiness to it, and you definitely get that. It's right there. Pick up on a little bit of spiciness to it. Yeah, that spiciness is definitely going to be coming from the hops that are utilized. Flavors, though, the flavors should be very, very well balanced when it comes to a light beer style like this. And so we should be getting just a nice, clean, crisp taste, very, very subtle, herbally notes to this particular style. Definitely grainy. You are going to get that spiciness, which is, now that I've been saying the word spicy, several times now. That's what I'm getting in my flavor profile here. But it is very, very well balanced. And again, you do have that the hop bite that's right in the back. And I know that a lot of people might not particularly like that in a lighter style of beer, but this is a beer that is, for the most part, very, very true to style. And this is what we should be expecting in a German style Pilsner. The finish of this beer is dry. It is dry. It is slightly cracker-like, but it's crisp and it's bitter. So it's kind of the culmination of all three of those things all at once. So earlier in the video, I mentioned that, of course, we have our 65 South Pilsner, but we are now offering in cans to go our 65 South Shandy. So those of you guys that are familiar with Shandies, it's basically a lighter style beer that has a little bit of lemon flavoring or lemonade added in, and that is exactly what we did. Such lemonade, a little bit of flavoring, and here we go. It's got the same backbone as 65 South. The only difference here is that this is 65 South, but sweeter, tangier. You get that lemonade-esque type of feeling, and it's quite clean. It's quite refreshing, and yeah, it's very, very nice. And I bet it goes really, really well after a run, so we might have to check that out one of these days. I mean, you can't not like something so light, refreshing, clean. You get that touch of lemonade. It's so good. So check it out, guys. So those of you guys that watch, and those of you guys that frequent Square Brewing, our patio is not yet open. We will be opening this patio in just another couple of weeks. We're waiting until the beginning of May when weather kind of stabilizes a little bit, because right now it's April 20th and it is a whopping 45 degrees. So be patient with us. If you are wanting to sit on the patio, make sure that you guys just come in, let the host know, come to the bar, grab a beer, sit yourselves outside. There is no food service outside, and no servers will wait on you as of yet. So just please be patient with us, and we will be outside sooner rather than later. So there we have it. Not just one beer down, but 2 beers down in one shot. So 65 South, it is a great drinker, especially for anyone that is new to craft beer. Super light, it's crisp, it's easy to drink. You do have those bittering agents, that nice dry finish. But if you're someone that is truly very, very new and you want something a little bit sweeter, you want something a little bit tangier and tart, we do offer now that 65 South Shandy. Both of these beers currently are in 4-packs to go, so please make sure that you guys ask your bartenders, servers, and they will definitely hook you up. Like always, thank you guys for joining us. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Prost.